Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life.
What's up, YouTube, family and friends? Wow, it's 9:11 p.m., August 23rd, 2022, Tuesday. So how's everybody doing? Let's see. So I'm going to start off with this video and then wait for everybody to pour in. So enjoy.
Good evening. We interrupt this regularly scheduled program to bring you some more human programming and to also test the human programming conditions. All appears well, and all still sleeping. Carry on. Oh my, wouldn't you know, it appears that some of you escaped the slumber and are awake. What to do with you. You can't run. You can't even hide. There's nowhere you can go to get away from us. We are your darkest, deepest nightmare. And we're not going away. I mean, what did you expect, really? You spent years, and I mean years, watching with your eyes glued to the screen. I mean, come on. What did you really think you were going to get out of it? An emotion? What, you don't know how to have those by yourself? Well, maybe. That was the whole idea. Silly goose. Don't you know there were hidden symbolisms and messages in each and every single one of them? Thus, the human conditioning program began. And quite the success, I might add. I mean, you didn't seem to mind at the time, did you? No, you didn't. I mean, you seemed to be having a good time at the time. I watched you laugh and cry, crumble and shake as demons danced across your living room. And you never even noticed. Now that's funny. That's my good time. Played you like a puppet, did we? Yes, I'd say we did. We certainly did. What? Don't look so shocked or angry. You can't play stupid the entire time. I mean, you must have known some. It's in your DNA. You have good and evil there. You made a choice, and you went with it. Free will, remember? The rest was our fault, I will admit. But hey, you knew you had a choice. You made a choice, and nobody told you that after you made that one choice, everything would be fair. You surely didn't think that it was okay to make one bad choice, and that you would get second and third and fourth chances, did you? You're crazy. Once you fall into Satan's hands, he can manipulate you any way he wants and sees fit, and there's no coming back from that. And he will hold you for all eternity. But I think you know this now, don't you? Was hardly a chance worth taking, was it? That's what happens when you don't call upon his name. Well, what's the matter with you? You act startled. Are you bothered by all of this? What? You can't believe that you have slept your entire life through in a slumber of evil goo. You did. Yes, you did. But you're awake now. But I believe it might just be a moment too late. I think it is. Pitiful you. Be gone, Satan. Be gone. We've now entered into a world of red herrings and smoke screens. They'll fool you in the blink of an eye and knife you in the back. They'll look at you directly in the face and then say, "I shall not tell a lie." But they lie, as we lie and watch our world slowly die. The times of old have quickly departed. They've left us sitting here alone in a new world with an order few have ever known. What you once knew is gone. It is never coming back. So welcome to the new world whose core has turned to black. You're walking a tightrope in between good and evil, and you cannot keep playing God with a life that was never in your hands and one that was not created by you either. It is time you make a choice, and the choice is now. The signs and symbols are all around you. I only ask how it is that you cannot see it, because it's ever so present, more present than it ever was, nor ever has been before. You're bound by chains. Your ears have fallen deaf around wise words, and your eyes have become blind to see the truth and reality that lays right in front of your face. Your Creator, your Lord, is crying out. He's crying out for you to come to Him. And it's not too late yet, but you're slowly being taken over by darkness and snuffing the light out. The light of He who lives within you. Bring back your light. Let it shine. Let it shine so that it may lead others to the same safety and harbor of our Lord God Almighty. He's in your DNA. He lives within you. He is part of you. But you must seek Him out. You must find Him. Hurry before it's too late. Your DNA consists of Adam's blood and the serpent's blood, the red and the blue. I mean, why else would you think that Cain and Abel were so different, coming from both Adam and Eve? Your world holds no gravity, only magnetism, electromagnetic qualities, in which they never wanted you to know about. We are living in a twin binary system surrounded by universal waters, shared by Earth and the red dragon, or what some may call Nibiru. Our spiritual energy will remain trapped in the flesh until God comes on that judgment day. What are you going to do with it? What will you do until His return? Somehow you need to find a way to make a way into the truth and the light that lays ahead, and you need to stand in it, because their truth has never been your truth, and your truth is from their lies. Can't you see this? I suggest you quickly find a way. I'm realizing that we're living in a world filled with lies, deceit, and corrupt ways, sometimes so corrupt that one can hardly wrap their mind around it. It's a moment in time when you actually notice, when you actually realize that truth actually is stranger than fiction. There is a certain multiplayer card game known as the Illuminati card game, and also the Illuminati New World Order. It first made its appearance in the early 90s and by its inventor, Steve Jackson. This card game would come to predict or possibly foretell what was already set into place from the very beginning. And from it, tragic, undeniably evil, right before your very eyes, Things so disturbing that you wish you could unsee them, and wish with all your might that you could delete them. And as it now sits, there appears to be a future still left unwritten. Now be prepared. You are now getting ready to witness things that will shock you, and things that will forever change you. Now please remember, this 90s card game, it predates things that will come to be. Are things starting to look familiar yet? If not, just wait. How about now? I bet many of you are familiar with this. Look familiar? Just check out Antarctica lately, which was once covered in ice. God, black sheep, have you any proof? Bet you don't know what you were eating. Now this is where it gets real. Now go ahead and take it all. Go ahead and take it all in. Are you starting to get the picture? Yes, sir, hear me, Lord. Now let me ask you something. Are you wide awake yet? Or are you still fast asleep? Now let me ask you something. It's time. Are you wide awake? The time grows ever so near. Or are you still fast asleep? Time to make a choice. Why can't you see what they're doing?
Tricks is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window, or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room, you can see it when you look out your window, or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
Well, the battle's real, guys. This is an excellent channel. Check it out. Her channel's called Waking God's Child. So let me, did I drop that link? Let me drop it one more time. So, guys, how's everybody doing tonight? Fosse has resigned. I heard about that as of yesterday, the 22nd of August, 2022. Yeah, that's really crazy, huh? Oh, I wonder why. That was all planned. It's been all planned all along. Yeah, the blame game, step down, you know. So we're going to talk about the bird flu in a minute and what I seen in the sky earlier when I was walking my dog. Oh my gosh, guys. The cover up, the grid patterns, the cover up. No wonder I couldn't breathe. When I went and took a walk and it was like 100% humidity and I look up, and I was just like amazed. There was lines. There was 3 lines in a row. There was another line. Then they had all a bunch over here. And the sun was just like, whoa. When I closed my eyes, I was like looking up the sun as I came up the hill. And when I closed my eyes, as I looked at the sun and I closed my eyes, I could see other suns around it. So I could see, when you close your eyes, you could see the shadows of the other objects that they were covering up. Try that trick tomorrow. Go out there, look up the sun, then close your eyes and tell me what you see when they're trying to cover it up. You'll see what I'm saying. All right, I'm going to share this next video. This one's, this one's really dark. This one's really, really telling indeed. So another 13-minute video, guys. And then I'm going to show you about the bird flu here in Atlanta and touch over some headlines. Here we go. Wow, guys, I had no idea of the statistics until the end of that video. That is so outrageous. I am shocked at the numbers. Holy shit. This is just so outrageous. Wow. And then when I show you guys that video from Sabrina last night and what she stated, what they're doing, you know, oh my Lord, literally, oh boy. So yeah. So things are getting heavy, aren't they? Yeah, for lots of reasons. Okay, so sorry, I'm just a little disturbed by those facts at the end. The numbers. Holy crap, guys. You imagine how many, I mean, I can't even think about that because, I mean, I do, but I just like to think about that many souls being tortured, that many children being tortured is, it's hard for me to even fathom. All right, I'm going to take you guys on a different route right now. To get off that for a minute and want to show you what's going on here in Atlanta while they're spraying our skies to cover up the binary sun system with chemtrails every day and night. Bird flu is confirmed here and 700 vultures found dead. Doesn't surprise me after I look at the sky every day and witness planes spraying out who knows what. Give me a minute. My computer's running a little behind. Let me close out some windows. Here we go.
Locust Grove. Here's quick. Right now, state officials are working to quarantine animals at a Henry County sanctuary after bird flu outbreak killed
Sorry, guys.
birds.
Sorry, I thought you were looking at my screen. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Oh. Okay, here we go.
Right now, state officials are working to quarantine animals at a Henry County sanctuary after bird flu outbreak killed hundreds of birds. It happened at Noah's Ark in Locust Grove. Here's Chrissy Diaz with what we know so far.
On the site of Noah's Ark Animal Sanctuary, the Department of Agriculture tested the birds and detected the H5N1 virus, better known as bird flu. Animal care manager Allison Hedgecock says so far, at least 700 vultures have died.
That number was accurate a few days ago, and we're continuing to have vultures die every day, so it's even higher now.
The sanctuary is home to at least 500 birds of other species, now in danger of being euthanized to curb the spread. Already, state officials have humanely euthanized at least 20 to 30 birds on site.
All of our chickens were euthanized yesterday, and our turkeys and our guinea hens.
Together, the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Natural Resources have taken over the site and set up a 6-mile perimeter to try and contain the spread.
Birds that are able to move around and airborne, this disease could spread pretty rapidly.
Noah's Ark posting on their website, they'll remain closed through Saturday until the virus is contained.
It's a really devastating time for the people that work with the animals.
State officials say the outbreak does not pose a risk to the food supply, and risk for human infection is very low.
All I know, guys, is and gals, is that when I look up in the sky, I got a question. Will whatever's up is coming, being thrown up there comes down, and everything's breathing it. It just doesn't make sense, folks. None of it, because it just doesn't. All right, so it's just that. Nobody wants to address, especially on these friggin' 11 Alive news, about grid patterns in the sky. I've even pointed it out to people. I'm like, oh my God. And they're like, oh, and I tell them about what's going on, what's in those chemtrails. And they're like, well, why isn't it on the news? I laugh. I'm like, That's the mentality we have working. I mean, that's the mentality we have, folks, with people. They're not even getting to first base, is what I'm saying. Okay, New Orleans teacher test positive for the monkeypox. Here's another crazy one.
May your score be below par and your hard seltzer be well above it. High noon, sun's up.
City off. To health news now, the New Orleans Charter Math and Science High School is dealing with a known case of monkeypox. Tonight, the head of school notified students, their families, and staff that the adult has tested positive. The staff member, they say, came to school Monday with symptoms, was evaluated at the school clinic, and sent for testing. The staff member did not return to school last week, according to the letter. Friday, the school said it received the positive test result. Sci High said Louisiana's Department of Health will notify any close contacts. They said there is no reason to change.
All new at 11 tonight, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta has been a bit busier in recent days, and that has forced the facility to make some quick fix remedies. Officials say CHOA says that they have had a sharp rise in patients coming to their emergency department and urgent care center. They say this is in part to respiratory illnesses being in the air, including RSV, the flu, COVID, and the common cold. One way Children's is keeping up with demand is by putting up a tent outside its emergency department at Scottish Rite, just off from the perimeter in Georgia 400. The tent was used last year when they saw an increase in patient visits. In a statement to 11 Alive, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says they don't and...
All right, I don't need to play the rest of that. You guys got the gist. Wow. My daughter even has respiratory problems this year. And she's 12 and never had them up until this year. I can tell you why. Because when you look up at the sun in the sunset, the sky is covered with grid patterns from planes. Period. That's why. I mean, I'm having a hard time breathing. Also, it's so humid here in Atlanta, Georgia. And then we have the planes spraying out things such as aluminum, barium, strontium 90, lithium, nickel. The list goes on. Fungus. Well, if you welcome to Atlanta and you come through Atlanta, you might want to beware, because you could be in downtown Atlanta and be gridlocked because of this garbage that my city allows.
New from overnight, this was the scene early this morning as dozens of cars blocked the interstate to lay drag. This was in the northbound lanes right at the 75-85 split, right after the 17th Street Bridge. You can see tire marks on the ground there and several people out of their cars running on the interstate. We reached out to police to see if anyone was hurt or if they made any arrests.
It's time now for your Science Buzz. Stories creating a little bit of a buzz in the world of science.
Creating a little world of buzz. Let's go back to the garbage in the streets. You see that chaos in the streets? That was happening during 2020. This has happened multiple times where they gridded, they locked down, not grid, but they locked down our freeways, our highways in the middle of the night. So that chaos, imagine that going on when chaos really happens, and you people think that they're going to be bugging out somewhere. What a joke. You think you're going to be bugging out somewhere? Good luck going through that kind of garbage. All right, here's a new science buzz. You know, Jurassic Park, like I showed this earlier, but I want to show it again. They're just now leaking out this to try to get people, and this has been happening for so long, pre-World War II. Chimeras.
This week. And first up, it sounds like something right out of a sci-fi movie or a thriller. Scientists say they want to resurrect a tiger that's been extinct for a very long time. This is the Tasmanian tiger that used to roam the Australian bush before its extinction almost 100 years ago. They plan to harness advances in genetics, DNA retrieval, and artificial reproduction for the project. The lab may have to combine, though, the long-gone animal's genes with those of another animal,
creating a hybrid form of the predator. I can just hear the movies coming now. All right, you're about to meet a very cool little fish. The variegated snailfish is so cool, it can live in sub-zero conditions without freezing to death. That's because it produces a natural antifreeze in the form of a specialized protein to help it survive in the frigid waters off of Greenland. In fact, it has the highest level of antifreeze proteins in any known living creature. The glowing property isn't unique to the variegated snailfish, but it's the only fish in the polar region that can do this. Scientists are worried, though, about what might happen to animals that are so adapted to the cold as oceans warm up in decades to come. And in just a little over a week, NASA...
And I don't want to know about NASA's garbage. Okay, so you can see that these mad scientists, they can create maybe even interdimensionals. Yeah. Cryptids. I mean, come on, guys. Cryptids. Yeah, and they've been playing with shit, and then, oopsie daisy. Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, what else do I have to show you guys? Oh, this is a sick one. It's the last headlines, I think. Hold on, this one's sick. And I told you guys about it.
Tonight we have some disturbing new details about the man accused of kidnapping a 3-year-old girl from the Greenspoint area.
Tonight she is home with her family, but there are a lot of questions about how she was taken. Grace White joins us now with what we've learned tonight. Grace?
This man does not live at the same apartments where this 3-year-old was taken. According to sources, he was there visiting friends when police say he lured this little girl. It was at this hotel off I-45 and Rankin Road where Houston police rescued a 3-year-old girl. 50-year-old Holman Hernandez made his first court appearance.
You have been charged with a first-degree felony. It's aggravated kidnapping.
During it, prosecutors said Hernandez was seen by a witness and on surveillance video, luring the girl into his car with a cat. They went on to tell the judge Hernandez was found in bed with the girl, only wearing his boxers, and the little girl a shirt and diaper. Prosecutors arguing he brought her to the hotel to commit sexual assault.
We don't believe that there is a connection with them.
The hotel was just a few minutes from the girl's apartment. The parents told police they last saw her Saturday night before they went to sleep. But when they woke up Sunday morning, she was gone and the front door open. Denise O'Leary with Texas Center for the Missing helped issue the Amber Alert.
They had found evidence that the child had been abducted.
At 2 p.m., police surveying the area noticed the suspect's vehicle nearby. They went to the hotel, and an employee confirmed the man had rented a room that morning at 7:30 a.m. When he didn't answer the door, police barged in, recovering the girl and arresting him.
The investigators, the detectives working this case did an incredible job. They worked the leads that they had.
We still don't know how this little girl got outside. Police have not said yet if there was a break-in. We only know her parents say the door was open when they woke up. Hernandez's bond is set at $1 million. Grace White, KHOU 11 News.
Tonight.
Yeah, sick fucks. Those sick fucks. I can't guarantee you, but I'm pretty sure he's not a citizen. And yeah, people like that, they come over here all the time. You don't know. We can't vet them. They're murderers, and they're coming up here to escape their filth from what they did in their country, and we're just letting them in. And American citizens are supposed to be we're told to get a venom shot, but these people can just come on in free and let us pay for their asses. Unbelievable. Yeah, so that's what I gotta say about that. All right, so next, this is what pisses off this man. So I thought he had some good points. You might like it too, Ruth.
What a morning. kind of stressed out right now. You know they want you out of your car, right? They don't want you driving. That's why gas prices are up. They're making it so it's unaffordable for you in the middle class. They're making it more difficult for you to get around in the city. This is what they're doing in the state of Rhode Island, in the city of Providence. They're making bike paths. They are creating speed bumps all throughout the city, on the side roads, even on some of the main roads. They put speed bumps. Some streets that are like a half a mile long will have 5 to 6 speed bumps. Mind you, they don't want to repair the sewers. They don't want to repair the streets that are crumbling with potholes. Oh, no. No, they just want to put speed bumps in. And now they're starting something else new. At every major intersection, they're extending out the sidewalk at every red light. So the picture, you get to a red light, okay? And there's usually enough room where a car can come around on the right to get around from a car that's turning left at the red light. But since they extended the sidewalk to go out another 3 feet into the travel lane, cars cannot do that no more. So now there's more traffic at the red lights, which means everyone can only follow each other. If you're going to take a left, you have to wait for that person in front of you to take a left. But if traffic is coming the opposite direction, you cannot turn left because you have to wait for an opening. So which is causing the car in back of them who wants to go straight, cannot go straight, cannot get around them from the inside to go around, to go forward, to go get through the light. They're prohibiting that. Also, because the sidewalk is now extra large and big, the homeless can park their tents there. When it's done, I can see the homeless putting their tents there and constantly begging and harassing the drivers that come by trying to go to work. So now, this is what they're doing. They're trying to get you out of your car, use a bicycle, or those, what do you call those, electric battery operated bicycles or scooters, instead of driving to work in a car. So now, with the traffic that is with these lights, it's going to be ridiculous. Instead of taking 15 minutes to go to work, it could take you over a half hour just sitting in traffic. This is what pisses me off.
Yep, they're just wanting downgrade us even more, make us, well, we should be using bikes more and stuff, but honestly, not everywhere is cut out for bikes. Like, there's no sidewalks around for me to even ride a bike safely, even outside my neighborhood, inside my neighborhood, anywhere. It's just not built like that here in Georgia. Only the new neighborhoods and new development get sidewalks. That's how it is. But where I come from in Detroit, that's all we have is sidewalks everywhere. So you can ride your bike, walk, skateboard, whatever. So it just depends where you're at. But I see his point. I get it. I get it. Okay. Man, I forget where I was going to take this. Sorry, guys. I don't know what this is, but let's check it out. I saved it for a reason. I have no idea.
Beings were captured on video. Less than 2 miles from where the original sightings took place, a video camera was found by a local game hunter. No one has come forward to claim this footage.
Do you see that? Over there, look, over there. Do you see that?
What the hell?
Wait. Because that was it again, right there. Wait.
I don't like this.
You see that? Right there. Look.
Oh my god. That's not an animal. I don't like it.
Okay, fuck. Go.
So, what do you guys think about that one? You think it's CGI? That's why I wanted to show you. Okay, what the hell? What the F they hanging around that thing for? Oh shit, is that the Predator? Well, yeah, if you guys have been watching the Missing 411 Hunted by David Pilatus, yeah, this Klingon thing, it's like the Predator. And you need to go watch the Missing 411 The Hunted, everyone. And you'll find out what that thing is at the end of the movie, or documentary movie. I don't know. I forget what it is. Kind of like a documentary. Yeah, but Predator. And I believe in it 100%. And so those things are these interdimensionals that come in and out of portals and shit. Lots of people have seen these. And yeah, watch it. Yeah, you've watched it? Yeah. So watch The Hunted. There's 2 Missing 411 movies, I believe, or documentaries. And I would first watch The Hunted and then watch the other one. The Hunted is the first one. So they were free here on YouTube. You can check them out, or on Amazon. And they were free. I'm not sure if they still are, but if they're not, still worth it. Because, yeah, it will open your mind up for sure. And then you can subscribe to his channel, Can Nam Missing 411. Can being Canadian, Am being American. Can Am, all one word, Missing 411. So check them out, David Pilatus. Yeah, cryptids. So that thing, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that was a CGI or computer generated image, or do you think that this was real? Because, you know, when they make it for TikTok like this, and then they add the editing and then the sound effects and stuff, it discredits the video even more in my mind. But I've seen this creature, yes, but you know, I don't know. You know, why are they going to make it all like this? Money, right? But that, I mean, some people would just put it out there, but maybe they stole it from somebody else and they're just clipping it and making it, edit it, and add video. And it's like Blair Witch Project at the end to me, you know? Drop the camera, run all the sound effects, you know, it's like, oh boy. But I do believe these things exist, and lots of people have seen them, these cryptids. So, you don't know? Yeah, it's hard to tell, right, guys? Yeah. I'll play it a little just so you guys can see it a little more. But yeah, I'm not sure either. I gotta fix my screen here. Uh-oh. Hey, Fang, what's that thing I downloaded for my screen control monitor thing? Because now it's like kind of dark and I don't see where it even went. I don't see that thing even on my anywhere on my panel, and it's all dark now. But it's okay. I'll work through it. I'll figure it out later. Anyways, okay. So, flux. Yeah. Okay, flux. Thank you. I found it. Yeah, I need a little brighter. Okay, just for now. Yo, Genova, I need to ask you something. What the hell is on your mouth? I mean, what's your picture of? You got a mask on or what? What's that on your mouth? I'm just curious. It looks like you have a mask on in the picture. Are you drinking something? Do you have a mask on? FYI. Don't kick him out yet. No, don't kick him out yet. Don't kick him out, guys. So far, so good. So, predator or not? Okay, so let me turn this up. This is a video. Dazed of the Digital. Yep, and that's the world that we're living in right now. Okay. So, anybody want to come and chit chat, or am I just showing videos tonight? Because I can do any of that. I can do any of the above. Hold on a minute. Let me make sure I wasn't jib-jabbing and missed the phone call. No. Okay. Well, let's go over to lovely Sabrina over on Odyssey. So give me a second, because last night, I mean, a lot of her videos are popping up different I don't know, on my computer. When I come into Odyssey is different than when I do on my Roku. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but there was a lot more videos when I go to my Roku than when I see here on my computer, which I find very odd. But I am logged into 2 different accounts, which shouldn't make a difference either. So, not sure. See, she has so many new ones. That's why I don't get it. That they're not right here. For some reason, all her newest videos are not on here. But when I go in my house, they're on my Roku, they're here. That's weird. Fang Meistas, do you have her Brighteon channel? Because I'll just go play them over there. I don't know why, but some of her all her latest videos from the last couple of days are not. These are not it. It just is not showing me them. I don't know why. Like, see, here it goes. Here, this one is it. Okay, you guys ready for this? I want to show you how biofield practice and what the video I published earlier. That's how I kind of do my thing, but I do it like that, and then I do it mainly like that, but everybody can do it differently. So here we go. Raising your biofield.
이리오! 이리오! Access. Data core. Hiro itirayo na on o miri ene pa anu ho mira on Change your molecular states on occasion to double bounce back yourself. Make sure you know what you're actually feeling. Is it a gas? Is it fully there yet? How does it feel when it's actually dissipating in the air? Show you another one. Holy water bubbles. Name of the game is topology, boys and girls. She's kidding again, right? Nope.
Who's gonna find me chasing ladies? And some might like me, some might hate me. This one's really saying she gonna take me back to her house right now. Yeah, we ain't gonna rush to a sip and a drink. So we can't patty go and toss the intros. Kiss lips, sweet as mentos. She want me in the sack right now. Yeah, I'm accurate, it's no missing the show. Eyes and ears alert, no missing no ups. When I look at my watch, I can't see the time. Tell her what I see is right here in the club. I'm accurate, it's no missing the show. Eyes and ears alert, no missing no ups. When I look at my watch, I can't see the time. Tell her what I see is Scotty G in the club. Yeah, listen to the show. Who's gonna find me chasing ladies? And some might like me, some might hate me. This one's really saying she gonna take me back to her house right now. Yeah, we ain't gonna rush to a sip and a drink. So we can't patty go and toss the intros. Kiss lips, sweet as mentos. She want me in the sack right now. Yeah, I'm accurate, it's no missing the show. Eyes and ears alert, no missing no ups. When I look at my watch, I can't see the time. Tell her what I see is Scotty G in the club. I'm accurate, it's no missing the show.
Me, tequila, poison in the darkness, got me wicked, feeling a hot flush. I'm intoxicated, now my rhythm's faded. I'm chasing whiskey kisses, crashing on the rocks. I take it, talk it slow. Yeah, I'm getting louder. It's on the flip side. Yeah, we could bottle like me, tequila, poison in the darkness, poison in the darkness. You got me hot flush. Until the last drop, until the last drop, until the last drop. Call it on my skin. Until the last drop, until the last drop.
Vercano! Bluetooth, you! Get up! Cheer! It is my body! Show me your teeth. You got any? These little nano generators under my skin just barely are like... I'm sick like that. Kind of like my own skin to stay mine. Run.
Me, tequila, poison in the darkness, got me wicked, feeling a hot flush. I'm intoxicated, now my rhythm's faded. I'm
right, let's see if I can line this up. How much do you want him to see, DIA?
You got me hot until the last drop, until the last drop, until the last drop. Calling on my skin until the last drop, until the last drop. Nothing my head rush. Yeah, I'm sick like that.
Spray it on a glove, make it move with nerves in between. It's a glove, maybe it's adhesive on the seam. Then I got my t-shirt, I spray it on, it's onto me. And I'm sucking in her body, no, it's really her blood chemistry. I need her feelings, I need what she knows. I need her body, but I don't want her clothes. Gonna suck it in, subsume her to her toes. When I'm all done, nobody ever knows. Too busy talking about rep talk. Psychic! Roar.
Memories I prepare for the night. She loved to love her. Takes to the sky like a bird of night. Who will be her lover? But in life you never see a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay as she promised you ever? Will you ever win? She is like a cat in the darkness. She is the darkness.
Here.
She was alive like a falling skyline. The sky is solid. But in life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind.
Make sure your feet are shoulder width apart.
You ever, will you ever win?
Will you ever win? Medial, cadilla. You think they're the only ones that can weaponize the outside of a water molecule?
She raised like a bell to the night when she loved to love her. She was alive like a bird of flight. Who will be her lover? While your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you say if she promised
It's
you
real simple, right from the heart.
will you ever win?
First, you start here.
Will you ever win?
Roll your shoulders forward if you need to for kinetic energy. Prison. Shield! Shield! Now find your own song. Figure out your own way. Take your body back. It's gifts and abilities, not a heart attack. Naturally given by God. You know, the guy that created all of our body parts? Not just the what? Here's my synergist people going, not just the Rockefeller approved. That's right. Amen. Bless you all.
Caught up in the life of a modern day cowboy. cowboy, riding that Harley like I had to go, still one, chasing that high danger when I wake, dodging every single bullet that's fired my way. A gun and mudslinger on them county roads, southern boy tattoos from head to toe. To hell with being pretty for the camera and phones. I came to get dirty and I got one goal. To leave all the legend my enemies, ride the storm no matter how bad it seems. Give them hell to the flames, charcoal the game. Never even try to fix my down on twice. To be the long road of the country scene, the new age man in black dedicated with me. Tell them talk that shit to me, it means nothing. I'm only speaking for real country. I'm only speaking for real country. Don't put your 2 cents in on what I should do, unless you're paying whiskey red black Chris would do. Unless you got a couple stars for a story to prove, or the souls ain't born in a pair of work boots. I grew up aware that's getting erased. Dixieland pride they won't fade to face, and stick a pretty boy in to get us replaced. But you don't wanna get yanked by fire. I ain't running circles around y'all like they're the Talladega. Take a bite out of you like salt on a medicine. I tell you how it is, then you tuck your tail. I ain't even gotta say, cause everybody can tell. I'm leaving out of legend by enemies, ride the storm no matter how bad it seems. Give them hell to the flames, charcoal the game. Never even try to fix my down on twice. To be the long walk of the country scene, the new age man in life with the people need. Tell them talk that shit to me, it means nothing. I'm only speaking for real country. Copenhagen smile when I talk that smack. Shotgun and a rifle hanging in the back. Creepish said it and I'll have his back. You'll be meeting the country boys if you burn that flag. We're leaving, not respected by any means. Ride a storm no matter how bad it seems. Giving hell to the flames, charcoal game. Never even try to fix my down home twice. Be alone of the country scene. The new age man in black did the people need. Tell them talk that shit to me, it means nothing. I'm only speaking for real country. I'm only speaking for real country. Touching the ground, I'm on the hunt down after you. Smell like a sound, I'm lost in the cloud. When I'm hungry like the wolf. Straddle the line, destroy the line. I'm on the hunt down after you. Mouth is alive, juice is the wine. When I'm hungry like the wolf.
How long are you gonna wait to tell people you've modified yourselves? They don't believe in you. They think brain-to-brain interface is Star Wars. You're never gonna tell them you know how they die, or that there's no panopticon in the sky, that it's you, it's just you and your technology, it's just you. Touching the ground, I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. Built all the sound, LiDAR around, but frequency and radio waves don't exist. That is because it's UFOs. They're on the hunt, they're after you. It's all you believe, only believe what I can see. Hungry like the way. I can't hear you, like no one told me what to do. What? I don't understand. Oxygen. You're so crazy. Nope, I'm educated. You're the one that's fucking nuts. I trust my government. I trust my government. They're gonna tell me. Honey, it's been 2 years. And I'm still here. But our education system tells you I'm dead because it never happened. There's really no Air Force. It's the UFOs. They're all psychic with a cryptid. Wait, maybe it's the Wookiee. He's flying the ship. Nah, it's not my own husband working on an Air Force base. Nah, it's the Wookiee cruising on a ship. Not the NATO white suit who just killed me and my whole fucking family. Nah, it's not possible. It's impossible. You're not wireless. And if you were, this is the level we're at. It's really hard for me to get excited about like biofield practice, etc. when I'm still under this. Bueno, you know, those of us ladies who are much wiser than you, I'm giving you credit that you probably wouldn't take, but I do feel that way. You're in your 50s, etc. You've been dealing with this way longer than me. I'm over here like, oh, it's on the NIH. We can talk about it now. And they're like, no, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're crazy. But it's... What? What? I thought it was safe to talk about. You use it in surveillance, and I'm like, yo. Twitter tells me I'm like, yo. You want to talk inequality about my color, my gender, but I'm like, yo. I'm human just like you. Until I'm not human just like you. And if you're over 40 years old, you mentally run away. Aurora Borealis comes in view. Wow! And they wrote all their plans in the music and played it all the day. Brain encoding, wireless tissue engineering. Oh my God, no way. By my feet.
All my real bitches, put your middle fingers up. Let a nigga know that you don't give a fuck. I don't wanna talk, nigga, you ain't got enough. Gotta spend the whole thing, couple thousand ain't enough. Cap ass, whack ass, flexing ass, broke nigga. Swear you're getting money, but you really selling hope, nigga. He ain't my type, but you need a whole boat, nigga. Lavish ass life for the mention in a boat, nigga. Did I stutter? Pretty motherfucker. Married to the money, nigga, I can never let you. Only one booty, there can never be another. Got a big mouth, nigga, I can never fuck it. Fuck a nigga good in the back of the back. Yeah, pussy so good, he be calling it crap. Yeah, change your whole life, nigga, big old facts. Gonna get the money, nigga, bring that back. All my real bitches, put your middle fingers up. Let a nigga know that you don't give a fuck. I don't wanna talk, nigga, you ain't got enough. Gotta spend the whole thing, couple thousand ain't enough. Cap ass, black ass, flexing ass, broke nigga. Swear you're getting money, but you really selling hope, nigga. He ain't my type, but we need a whole boat, nigga. Lavish ass life for the mention in a boat, nigga. Get the money, sis, get the money. Break a nigga ass down to his last cell. Make a nigga buy you everything you ever wanted. Gotta keep up, can't be running out of money. Make a rich nigga give me head in the ring. Want a bad bitch, nigga, you don't pay. I don't buy dreams, it ain't nothing to say. Got my own money, but I want your cake. All my real bitches, put your middle fingers up. Let a nigga know that you don't give a fuck. I don't wanna talk, nigga, you ain't got enough. Gotta spend the whole thing, couple thousand ain't enough. Cap ass, whack ass, flexing ass, broke nigga. Swear you're getting money, but you really selling hope, nigga. He ain't my type, but we need a whole boat, nigga. Lavish ass life for the mention in a boat, nigga. Get the money, sis, get the money. Break a nigga ass down to his last honey. Get the money, sis, get the money. Send your location, come I can't see no one in my head. We don't in my bed. Without you, I can't find the one like you. Can't see no one in my head. Without in my bed. Without you, I can't find the one like you. Baby, we tried to fight it. We have been there some days, but I needed something else to make it like it was okay. We just had to work it out, and baby I need the space. Ain't nobody around here for yours to find away. You got me hard out, I'm acting like a fool. You held me so down, so down I never grew. I tried to find out when I don't came through, and I'm stuck in the middle. Baby, I love you, like you, like you. Oh, I found it hard to find someone like you.
cute. Look cute. Send your location. Yeah, damn, Papa, you a rabbit. No comparing. And it's motherfucking scary. Trying to keep them cause I found them. Let a hoe know I ain't motherfucking shabby. I can take it.
Lord, man, it's coming into my running, and I'm so far from my home. Oh, mama, I can hear you a crying, so scared and hangman is coming down from the gallows, and I don't have very long.
Now what? So there has to be more than, just coming up here and being like, hey, check it out. You have an additional body part. Now what? If I can't get my fellow humans to admit that this is something that we teach other people how to manipulate with a fucking iPod, it don't matter. Why? Too many magnets. The other humans are living magnets. They focus on you and they drag you. Where? Into the magnetic direction that they're told. By what? By what? Oh, it's floating in the air. No, that's impossible. We don't have floating magnets. Nah, never heard of such a thing. Nah, nobody knows anything. Yeah, they're all dumb, like us. Being stupid is a choice. Is that your choice today? Because you have been given a choice. Nobody stopped you from reading this book. You chose to watch Netflix. You chose to watch sports. You chose to play a fucking video game. You chose to ignore reality. This is a college textbook. It's not a fucking maybe. No different than this little black pyramid from Cairo. Yeah, that's where it's from. Has a real religion, attached to it. That's a world order type of dealio. But you don't know that because you think that the human aura is like some sort of religious meditate and fuck women type of thing. You don't know there's a 6,000 year human telemetry that never changed? And you don't know that lithography and cryptids like might have something to do with each other. No, you're still fucked up. So because you won't hold other people accountable, because you don't hold yourself accountable. Cruel winter with no power or food. Then will the neocons play ball? They'll see no more money and they don't care. Then it's 2023, blood runs all through the walls. As soon as this winter is over, it's going to be game on. And then we're right into 2024 like they want to be. So does anybody want to be real? No. They're not going to. They have their own agendas. That's why I continue to stand here all by myself. And I'm like, hey, you either hold them accountable or everybody's dead. Oh, sorry. I forgot. That's part of the problem. Everybody being dead and killing each other. So I'm going to sit this one out. Like, I have no desire to be involved. You go ahead. And when you're done in 2024, like, you can come back to my channel. I'll still be here making weapons and, like, doing stuff. I'm not going to be involved with this whole Jesus thing where they're like, but she said Jesus. Yeah, I have battle angels. I'm not with the rest of you liars. You say Jesus and then you don't tell people that we play with angels and demons. You don't tell them that. You don't tell them the psychotronic warfare part of any of this. You tell them to stare at the wall and be afraid. Then you fail to teach about the book of Revelation, the Urim, the Thurim, the Ephod, piezoelectricity. Like, you fucking lie about everything. Then you give it to your buddies in college and you're like, here's some free software. Yeah. Hey, get them. Then you tell the rest of us we're dumb bitches for opening our mouth when we get into tech and we're like, hey, what are you doing? You got everybody on a fucking remote. There's no free will. Yeah. Hey, sports dude, they're going to blow your gnats. No, they won't. I'm friends with them all. Do you throw the ball good? Yeah, throw the ball good. Yeah. Got it. Sorry, I must have pissed in too many Cheerios one too many times. I must be confused. I keep thinking that, you know, the real way out of this is accountability. What I'm supposed to do is feed into your fucked up delusion and go, oh no, there's gonna be a savior. Who can it Zigbee? No. 802.1 what? Who can it be now?
Who can it be knocking at my door?
I don't need you no more. Subtle electrocution all day. It's not fibromyalgia. Would you please go away? If I can buy Apollo Neuro, or maybe frequency control.
If you hang outside, don't come in. I know they run and hide. Who can it be now?
Say be now. Say be now. Who can it be and how? They don't have to come in. They're wireless some more. Don't need brain chips. EBI all the way. It's SQL-BAN. You didn't know. They're using you again.
I like it here with my childhood friend. Here they come. Just feelings again.
Can it be now? Personal area network, how? Body area network. Who can it be now?
He said the man comes to take me away. Why do they follow me? It's not the future that I can see. It's just my fantasy.
See how stupid this is? I can't read a college textbook. No. I can't be held to vocational standards. No. Well, then what's left? Oh, it's just a fucking video game. That wasn't a video game, it was my job. This is a video game. This is what we're living. Who can it be now? Oh, wait. It's a body part.
In 1939, Russian scientists
All right, let's go to her Bright Peon channel. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying this, because so am I. I'm learning a lot. Well, they're kind of playing with me at the same time with their little frequencies, but who cares? All right, here we go. This is our 6G. Is this the one you were talking about yesterday of the leak project and 6G one? I'm still looking for that one. Fang, I want to know which one you were referring to that had to do with LP and 6G. Yeah, you love her. She is great. Sabrina's great. So go sub to her, guys, if you're, or this bookmarker site, or her pages on Brighteon and Odyssey, even if you're not over there. All right, here we go. Here's her latest one.
My name is Sabrina Wallace. I used to work a job helping build part of the internet when I was very young. I didn't go to college. I went to work. My parents were part of secret crap in the military that I never knew about. So I was part of the Menninger Foundation. I'm not cold. This used to be called your human aura, and then we got screamed at, and don't talk about that. The health ranger is now admitted to the nanotubes, and they're kind of like radio frequency zombified. Okay? Yeah, it was always your fault. Fibromyalgia, you couldn't deal with pain. It wasn't really subtle electrocution for a reason. No. Artificial Intelligence Symposium, and I quote, from the Pentagon, September 10th, 2020. Project Maven, the Pathfinder project, is an MQ-9 tethered to ground Reaper drone. It's a Reaper drone, and she is tethered to your DNA. That's for national security, right? Yeah. Contracting tools from the Department of Defense include, under the Tradewinds umbrella, your Jake, your Joint Artificial Intelligence Commission, if you want to call it that. Digital nervous system, end-to-end. Get the humans out of the process and into the reasoning and AI into the hands of everything we do, Project Salus. Okay? So, I thought AI wasn't anywhere near blah, blah, blah. Where's Space Force? That's right over there. Trump brought it. Where'd it come from? It's just there, right? Wrong. My parents were Space Force. They worked with Project Salus. Starting to see why I'm kind of fucking mad about the fact that you guys over there are the censor hunters. They have no fucking idea what you do. They are so lost. They believe whatever fucking fantasy you dream up and tell them. And that's how it's designed. I'll show you. I'll show you right now. Where's the accountability for UFOs? Nope. Where's the accountability for psychic, poltergeist, demons, possession? Nope. Where's the accountability for cryptids? Where's the accountability for wireless tissue engineering? You know, bioinformatics, where I wirelessly suppress your growth with radio frequency emissions that create the biosensor transduction necessary to work with your human electromagnetic body part generated by your DNA. Yeah, that thing that I do, I'm going to breathe for you now and interrupt my little spiel here. You ready? This is my invisible body part. I'm going to make you see it so you can't lie to me and tell me it ain't there. That's what I'm doing. You get it? Okay? And for the rest of you that have continued to be really rude to me here on Brighteon, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Remember? You know who I am. I wouldn't bring a gun to an electromagnetic, precognitively data-based, plasmonically driven fight. I wouldn't. Just wouldn't. Where's your invisible body part? Lie to me some more. Come on. Tell me again that the human aura is not the heart of surveillance. Where's the accountability? 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 Wireless tissue engineering. Wireless total piezoelectrical control down to the bone marrow. This is my sauna. By the way, I'm kind of busy on a Monday night. Hey, America, do me a favor. Wake the fuck up. Welcome to personal area networks and the big fucking gatekeeping liars. Would you wake up? Silicon Valley's doing great. Body area network. It's made of you. For real. Yeah, you're routing their data for them through your muscle tissue. That's why you're super fucking inflamed and you can't stop it. 802.15. Fair. Right there. That's a wireless working group of your cell phone. And you. And exchange digital information using the electroconductivity of the human body as a data network. See. To oscillate through my bloodstream. Now where do I displace this blood chemistry? But it's only with me. No. You know what your problem is? You forgot about transistors and transduction. The human biofield automatically transduces electronic signals. I will kick your ass. Don't bring a gun to an electromagnetic drone warfare, digital ID geofence kind of fight. Now you want to learn about what the fuck is really going on? How did I figure it out? Oh, because I'm so special. No. I didn't know anything until 2019 when they tried to kidnap me. I'm a disabled American. Who the fuck am I? I am nobody. They showed up in my driveway. So, hey, stupid. This is the new encryption on the personal area network for 6G low pan. That's you. Your body full of radio frequency energy and teeny tiny little magnets. That's the striker. Her job is to make the best possible, most secure network out of the new pan. Oh, okay. Show me how that's done really briefly, please. Sure. Personal area networks right here, 802.15.5, specialized working group of the International Standards of Electronics and Electrical Engineering. Welcome to 802.15.6, and that's your body area network. Now, a wide body area network might have 2 or 3 or 7 bodies in it. They don't know. But a striker unit, she's going to come by needing the pan, which could be comprised of like your router or your hub, and you. And whoever has the better biofield routing, of which there are 12 to 15 protocols that Zigbee and Bluetooth chooses from. Well, that's who's going to route the new signal of what? Of what? Jam your DNA signal. Well, you're going to have to stop breathing. Welcome to 6G low pan. Heaviest encryption. Give me a body, 2 bodies. 2 hop protocol, 2 bodies. Now I got a secure network from my striker that can't be satellite jammed or data link 16 United States Air Force DARPA interrupted. Damn it! Yeah, would you like to fucking tell them? Whoever you might be watching my content on the Odyssey channel or here on the Brighteon, which is what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to address the people at the Brighteon because I figured this is where most people are kind of collecting at the moment. Yeah, so when I was here in April, I kind of mentioned all this. I should have said it a different way. Electromagnetic warfare, they're going to play. We have to now stay out of the way, okay? Which means that the time for telling other humans they're stupid because they can feel their own body parts is way past over. And what I noticed was that instead of anyone in their 30s actually helping our younger people understand that we used to have therapeutic touch, healing touch, Reiki, like all sorts of stuff. And then it kind of just disappeared. And nobody was responsible for that. They all just kind of said, oh, it disappeared. Gee, I don't know where it went. My name is Sabrina Wallace. I started teaching my peers in the 5th grade how to use your body parts, the ones that everybody else lies about. You have an electromagnetic field. Watch. See how it gets tighter and higher? So here's what happens. People go, wow, that's amazing. Wow, look at that. Okay? This is my body. I am under heavy assault. So is everyone else. This technology was tested on kids. Now, there is a spectrum to technology. I saw CES had Portal there. Just saw it on the Prisoner channel on here on the Brighteon. Yeah, so tell me, how does it work? And you know what you're going to run into? You're going to run into that 802.15.4 wireless working group. Yeah. And so one of the things that I really hope people can take from this experience, at least with me, is that you understand that there are too many people out here that actually do know what is going on. And that's why they're so in your face about it. And that's what has me genuinely concerned, because I have been begging for months. I'm nobody, don't get me wrong, but no one's interested in telling anybody about their invisible body part. Again, this isn't the first time we've had this problem. We're like, come on, give me the remote. They're not going to do that. Furthermore, we had an acceleration of technology. They didn't do these things that look stupid to you or even to me, or not stupid, but disconnected. They're not disconnected. It's just that whoever you are, myself included, there's been so many things that we've been told. It's been very difficult to sort it out and be like, okay, what's really going on? As a little girl watching them do things with these other people for the Dizdar dolls, I can appreciate that my perspective on a grown adult zipping up a NATO white suit that skin adheses to them is a different experience than what I watched with them cutting people open and the first part of testing these materials on humans. I can talk about this as if it's justifiable. Sure, I can make the obscene palatable. We only have a pile of 5 bodies over there under the age of 6 years old to get to our one successful subject, and it's totally worth it. Okay, tell me why. Well, once we're done with all of this brain-to-brain interface, we'll have a structured hive mind. Well, with structured query language, SQL Hive. Now, the Twitter tweets, they go ahead and laugh, and they think I'm crazy. Back to that spectrum again. So I got a toolbox, and you're seeing Portal, and you've been told we're going to save the planet by living in a coffin apartment. I'm addressing the young right now. And it never occurred to you, not once, to stop and look around and be like, how come humans used to physically do like all these things, but we're stuck in boxes? And every single thing that's going wrong is all our fault, but the machines have the answer. But I can never be calm. And no matter how hard I try, everybody's still super upset and wants to die. You! Target extract. When she decides to communicate with her interdimensional friends, her eyes will change color and the melanin on her skin is gonna move. Why? Well, talk to somebody who knows something about the endocrine system. When we start moving adhesion inside of that white cortice structure, the same way we zip up the white NATO suit, we have a new selection process of quandaries. We siphon cellular structure to bi-pattern other cellular structure. We don't have doppelgangers and clones. We have network sliced versions of our command centers. We don't have multiple personalities. We have multiple ships that answer to do what we say. We don't have to wait on the new Internet of Things. It's here for us. Put it. Count it down. Cut up. Kidio. Now, my friend there is going to plug those holes that I was just listening in and back and forth to. They're forever stuck there in my biofield. I can heal them, but when you are psychically driven for 72 hours plus at a shot under the age of this many, just like everything else under the age of this many, under the age of approximately this many, plus, like 12 to that 5-year-old layer, it's a 3 different neural growth. Oh, yes. And I warned people, I said wireless tissue engineering. So I never thought that they convinced me I was crazy. My ex-husband and everyone. I taught over 500 kids before I turned 18. projective telepathy, projective empathy, receptive telepathy, shielding, defensive structures, intrinsic sequences that bi-pattern out all these nano energy types and then resequence your spinal fluid back to when you were born. Interdimensional gate sequences so that when they dial these things off these stratotankers' assholes, they don't actually get all the way down into your soil structure of your household. That's what I'm working on right now. Now, how in the world is that possible? Brain, turn back on. Ripping holes in their data fabric. Brain, turn back on. I'm sitting here consistently just kind of looking around going, I still can't get people to even admit it's a body part. That's not true. There's several people I've run into who've had 30 plus years and they're tired of hearing about, oh, look, it's chakras. Well, I don't blame them. I never did that though. The reason that we did so many healings back in the day was to keep our biofields healthy so we could fight. And we did. We tore holes in the ether as they made everything gray above us in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and in Wisconsin. Everything that they did back before 9/11, we fought as kids until they took me out. My husband, my father, my mom, and they used my own children. And then they tried to continue using them, and Jesus Christ of Nazareth cut these people off. He had cut them off when I was younger, but it was up to me to realize that even if they were my mom, my dad, they were into some really wicked crap that wasn't ever going to get better because they didn't care. They didn't care. Now, these people are communicating with interdimensional beings. That is a fact. It is not a maybe. And I'm not sitting here in front of you for any other reason than because God said, Sabrina, keep talking, show them. This is a body part, DNA generated body part. It's mine. And I will absolutely transduce or transfer this force instantly onto the inside of your cell structure into the most sensitive areas of your photonic resistance to hold you in place, bend you over, or force you out of my door 6 days before you even get to my house. That's how the Pentagon does it. I'm not connected. I'm a free-range human. It means that I can mathematically transduce with my own biofield without software, which is the real reason that the ambulance driver, in my opinion, let me go, because their software works full duplex to keep them under control as well as to heal them. That man has no idea what I'm capable of. He doesn't know if he can truly heal from it if he continues to telepathically come at me. I'm a stronger telepath than most that I've seen, unless they're not from here. But if they're not from here, I don't see them. My friends do. Hasn't changed. I'm still the same person I was in 8th grade. Where's everybody else? There's 500 of you before the age of 18. If half of you are alphabet soup, where are your children? Because if you actually had them and you were able to bypass all the different ways they sterilized people, those kids are a hot commodity for these crazy, disgusting blood hunters. So sitting around and dicking your brain and pretending like, oh no, they're only going to do good stuff. Look at the portal at the CES. This is great. Then you hear me say horrible things like, dude, you're wired to explode. And you go, you're crazy, man. This is all for the new smart grid and we're going to make the world better. And I'm over here going, I'm a pure-blooded Rothschild. Got a Rockefeller mixed in there, which probably shouldn't have been from what I can understand. And there was a special, some sort of, I don't know what it was. I'm not pretending to know, I don't. But I am a Menninger Foundation psychic assassin type of something. Because by this many, like I said, blocks, colors, whatever. Now, those are veins and arteries. But I'm just a kid. It's just a toy. 60 drones? No. Helicopters. Put them through the hole. Little girl touches a little tiny block. It's a piece of metal. Biofield conductive. Interdimensional. And you're still trying to figure out polymers and polygons. I know how to open portals in thin air. And I am not going to sit here and wait on other people to step forward. No. I helped build part of the internet. I can read the IEEE specifications equally. I'm clear as a bell on what I was doing as a child. And that is exactly where we're headed, because our adults in this country, our populace, they did this on purpose. Remember what I said about how we may not understand it? Yeah, that's because they lied real hard. So now in my opinion, I'm in this terrible position because what you're listening to, this is real. In the 6th grade, they used an entire school to gang stalk just me. That's impossible. No. Unfortunately, I'm really concerned that the things that I was working in, I know I wasn't the only kid. It's just that their people got tech. Their people got jobs. I ended up with pseudotumor. They never left me alone, and then they came back to kill me. I created my own VPN of human minds. I've always worked with archangels, always. The real ones. It's kind of, I know exactly why we will never be friends, and that's okay. So here's how it goes. This is the Brighteon channel, and I'm happy to go ahead and post here. You can come over to the Odyssey and take a look in the book. That's why I like posting my links. But those of you that are interdimensionally watching the Brighteon channel, you tried stealing some folks, and you got spanked. And I want the folks who watch me here on Brighteon to understand that the people who are playing with these interdimensional beings and using these interdimensional skiffs that are bioweapons secure, because they're made of something called prima materia. What is that? Human. Bone, sinew, tissue, transduced the way we need it to be. It's all about the topology and the PHAGE state of nucleic acid, shell structures, all sorts of things. My specificity is on, like I said, I know how to use my biofield naturally and transduce back and forth. I break synthetic apertures. I know exactly how many feet, inches, spacing, any of it. I don't want to be involved. I never got a choice. And I've tried to be nice to people. But if you're watching me on this Brighteon channel and you're interdimensional, please secure your biofield before you are cruising through the Brighteon channel, because I'm going to continue to broadcast. My name is Sabrina Wallace. I am a broadcast network telepath. I was saved by Jesus Christ of Nazareth and assigned a seraphim, a battle angel, when I was 4 years old. I told everybody I could as soon as they stopped killing us in the 5th grade. In Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, Mukwonago, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I shielded the state of Wisconsin, particularly Interstate 94, for what I call the I-94 Shielding Project. I didn't realize at the time that's Obama's favorite little Serpent Mound ley line structure. Terminates in Detroit and Seattle. So this is Seattle ley line project. I think I hauled my paperwork away because I want to do an actual presentation on this tomorrow. But essentially, in 1993, there were people in Seattle that doused the lake grid there, and they erected a monument. And they were told they were able to do it there in the park. Well, fast forward many years later to some horrible happenings in Seattle, and these same areas were lit up. Babbitt. That was the name of my stuffed animal when they filmed it in 1983. Time tunnels are 40 years apart. Do the math. I'm going to quote Illidan, "You are not prepared." So I was mean and sarcastic, and I said to people, once I get very serious, that's when you know they're close. It is my opinion that those strategy tankers did something very different than cloud seeding. And I've said for a while now that with this whole thing with Trump and Alex Jones, they're ready to pull off some big shenanigans. The Russ Dizdar and Collins dolls, I should call them that, they're pretty set as far as how they function. The portal technology, all these little apps that are running, I can hear them, and I'm watching people behave very weird, and I'm watching a very strong uptick in people reporting weird behavior. And that is why my driving factor, it goes right back to, there are ways to craft tools in which we can use them for good. But good-hearted people, I'm addressing you now, whether you are young or old.
Our humans are involved with interdimensional beings who hate humans. They have technology, they have a lot of other things, but most importantly, they have everybody fast asleep and completely eyes closed, ears shut, mouth shut on this technology. They've waited 2 years to tell anybody, and they still haven't, that your body is wireless. It always has been. The chakra system is a 6,000-year-old telemetry into your central nervous system, but primarily your circulatory system. Show me your biofield. Now, I'm going to say a word really loud, and when I do, I'm going to roll the current down my arms, and I'm going to throw my field this way, okay? Hear the music? I'm going to use it. Watch. Now, if I was standing, it would be even more powerful, okay? I'm purposely sitting so you can observe this. No deep breaths. I'm just focused. Shield! For me, I tip it. Oh! That's what I mean by tip it. I want it to break off in my stomach. I don't want it to stay attached to me. Your biofield will loop naturally when it hooks around someone or something. Elongation patterns. If you're truly shielding someone away from a signal, you have to hold it and create space in their tissue. It's just like healing work. Deep breath in. Shield! Cover your third eye to ground the body and induce the structured heart line. 1, 2. 1, 2. Heart line, your chakras all the way down. Center and focus means that you take the energy down your own spine. What energy? From where? Holy Spirit. And if you're not of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, amen. If you can hear my voice right now, that's the God who's looking for you. But here's the thing. You may not know him by that name. In the book of Revelation, that's the white throne. That is who is seeking you. You know him however you need to in your heart. Amen. Pray and roll away from the rocks. You have a wireless body part. Learn how to use it. Don't lie to people anymore. If you're lucky enough to know a healer, somebody needs to get the word out to them rather quickly about those radio frequency syncs so that they can work with people with tuning forks and be careful. What do I mean by that? These things are working on algorithms. A lot of people who have visual acuity are hearing those algorithms and they are seeing them. Those algorithms will absolutely transduce your bloodstream in real time. This is called a cognitive body area network, and she reports to rolling cognitive radar. It listens to you think. This is the price that we have paid. That's fine. It's all done now. Now it's time to go through it, which means you've got to have all your body parts. And your focus going forward right now, this moment in August 2022, you need to understand that you have been lied to about your body. You are wireless. You are electromagnetic. And what they're doing is about to become very physically painful for a lot of people. You couldn't feel it before. They are turning up the voltage. They have been doing this very subtly and very slowly since 2005, so you didn't feel it. When they hit the button, and I've mentioned before very abstractly that, they can hit the button from anywhere. Suddenly, you're in a heap on the floor. And if you're somebody that is the main of your household, you can't afford that. You cannot afford to be blind in this area. This is wireless technology. Taking our DNA, generated human body part, known as the human biofield, and subsuming it for their data, their weaponry, electromagnetic and otherwise. Rolling cognitive radar to control and dodge all autonomous systems on CONUS. Why? So that she could make them fly, not you. From where? That dimension right over there. That's the problem. The way to stop a Dizdar doll is not local. No! From the chest. You're going to need people. Right hand down, left hand up, with the people standing around you. You better block off your house. And you need to believe in your battle angels, in God, and in yourself. Join hands, take a deep breath. Shield. You will feel the field. You will hear this noise. I did when in 1990 when I was a kid when they tested this shit. In the event you have someone who can do things like I can do with sound, you have to break apart those algorithms. Those are not harmless behavioral fractals. Those are nanoteeth driven math that heeds only the towers, and you have no connectivity to those. So, in closing, we're going to pray. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. Lamentations 3:22. Keep me as the apple of your eye. Hide me under the shadow of your wings. Psalm 17:8. Thee, O God, we praise. Te Deum laudamus, te Dominum confictimur, te eternum patrem omnis terra veneratur, tibi omnis angeli, tibi celi et universa e potestates, tibi cherubim et seraphim, incessabili voce proclamant, Sanctus, 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 Dominus Deus Sabaoth. Plenisum celi et terra majestatis, gloria tua. I'm praying. Don't you want God to hear you? And put your antenna up. Te gloriosus apostolorum chorus. Sorry. Plenisum celi et terra majestatis gloria et tua e. Te gloriosus apostolorum chorus, te prophetarum laudabili numeros, te martyrum candidatus laudet exercitus. Te per orbem terrarum, sancta confititur. I'll tell her in a minute, hang on. Ecclesia patrum mensae majestatis. Fang, I saw you in that Montegraph chat room last night. You were in class. So were a lot of angels. Who is this guy? Can you guys tell me? It's yet again, they're like, Montegraph. I'm like, thanks, guys. Divinum auxilium mania semper nobiscum. Thank you, Celestibus. Benedictus Deus in angele sui et in sancta sui. Who's Montegraph? I don't know. Pray for him. Okay, I'm sure he seems rather busy. There's like a lot of people there. Pray for him. Okay. Venerandum tuum verum et unicum filium sanctum cumque periclitum spiritum tudex gloria et Christi tu patris and paternus es filius. Tu ad liberandum suscepturus hominem non horuisti virgini uterum. Tu divicto mortis aculeo aper uisti credentibus regna celorum. Tu et dexterande isedes in gloria patri. Iudex crederas esse venturus que ergo qua esumus tui famili suvini. Quos pretioso sanguine redemisti. Ore, Huron. Thank you. Eterne facum sanctis tui in gloria numerare. Salvum fac populum tuum Domine benedic hereditate tua e. Et rege eos et extole illosusque in aeternum per singulos dies benedicimus te, et laudamus nomen tuum in saeculum et in saeculum saeculi. Dignare Domine die isto sine peccator nos custodire. Miserere nostri, Domine miserere nostri. Fiat misericordia tua, Domine super nos quem modum speravimus in te. In te Domine speravi non confundar in eternum. Amen.
All right, guys, what a great lineup. I mean, I love her. She's so amazing. She's so powerful. All right, last video, 5 minutes long. And that was a big shout out to Fang at the end. Did you? I was like surprised, and Monty. So that's so sweet, Fang. You're working, feelers everywhere, networking and getting the word out and helping humanity in a huge way. All right, here we go. Last video, guys, and then I'm going to bed. So here we go. 6G leak.
Most of you did not see the video I put out on databases before my big long diatribe this morning. In that big long video that's already deleted, I went ahead and explained when I woke up from this stupid being drugged up so they could rape my children. One of the first things I did was write down everything I was hearing, and Robin Williams came over my radar because they were about to kill him. And I explained to people on November 12, 2013, after I was hearing the AI talking, I said, there's Robin Williams. And I said, yeah, because he's spread out over enough decades with nostalgia, and they need people in that mind frame for the human consciousness. And then the lady over at the Luchas Trust is saying the exact same thing. We need their human consciousness, and they're thinking in a specific, what again? 5 patterns. Patterns of striated muscle tissue, ready to uplink. Wow, the 6G is 10 years away. That's impossible. I have plenty of articles sitting right here, right now. They're utilizing 6G right now. But that's, you know what? That's one thing. That's one thing. We're just articles. Now, last year in my county, right here. Now, I live over top of something that you can Google. It's called Project Greek Island. So, Raven Rock, Vanguard, and rah, 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 rah. Cool. Go to that link right there. And so when you're listening to people like this now, 10 years, 20 years, 100,000 years. Are you ever gonna just tell them no? And this is a leaked project? Why is it leaked? And please understand, I am not picking on the people who are bold enough. Like, this gentleman's being very honest and very forthright. He's great. But, hi. So, no, Sabrina, you only knew because you were paying attention. No, I knew because it's trying to kill me. This is a weapons system, and there is nothing in this engineering for medbeds. Linda Paris, if you come across me, because I called out your name the other day, this is when you and I originally butted heads earlier this year. This is why. 0. And I can walk right here to my left and pick up the Pleiadian book, the real one, out of the 70s. I'm aware, Miss Paris, what they've done and what we have the capacity to do. They're not doing it. There is nothing to have it done individually on ships, in between, in a base, at a FEMA camp. How do I know for sure? Because when I moved here to West Virginia in 2017, they told me the same thing. Anything I needed was already way underground. Everything up here is meant for what it's here for. Decimation. They're going to rebuild all right. Prima materia. So, you can find out about 6G running right now at my local post office at 250 people, but I live over top of Project Greek Island. Remember, I'm just a stupid redneck. I'm a disabled woman on a mountaintop. What would I know? got hair erection problems. Yeah, I didn't ask for them either, or the radiation involved. You guys been paying attention? I'm keeping up with it. I'm fine. How are you doing? Right. Now, who are you going to call again? Yeah, here on this channel is where you're going to find the real information, because Menninger Foundation. That's why. And the people here on this channel, I wish to point out to you again, how's it still feeling to be winning for real? As in, hi, this is what's going on in the tech sector. No, really. Instead of, well, yeah, I don't know. Did you suck my dick well enough, fill my bank account 20 times and promise me more? Then maybe I'll let you in. But I'll never tell you how it works. Always got a back door of a back door of a back door until you hit NATO over top of their head at the Jesuit low Earth orbit vac stations. And you got no more back doors. You got your secure elite service. So Nanu, mother trucker, fuck you for killing Robin Williams in a way that only those of us that are real would know ahead of time and ongoing. They celebrate his death like other people because they use them. That's why it's not a good thing to become famous.
Wow, I was looking up that Menninger Foundation. Crazy stuff, guys. All right, so I'm going to play, I lied, one more video from Odyssey, Hugo Talks. Thanks, Fang, for dropping the link. I have no idea what's playing. Okay, hold on a minute. All right, sorry. I was like, where is that coming from? All right, here we go. So this is it. Okay, trust. No. The New World Order Chaos. Here we go. Hugo Talks. That wasn't the title, but here we go.
Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. Now, this is an exclusive video on hugotalks.com only. Well, that's the idea as I'm making this video. Feel free to download and upload elsewhere as you please. So let's get into this Lucis Trust. Someone sent me a video, a recent video that is squirreled away on their website called Preparing the Way for a New Civilization. And if you've been following me, I've done a fair few videos on the Lucis Trust, aka Lucifer Publishing, and really, if you haven't seen those, you should check them out. I'll leave links in the description. There was Lucifer and the United Nations, a video about the Aquarian agenda and how it linked to other people and other organizations. I did a video about how the Lucis Trust openly state they do invocations, spells to raise the energy for big international political events like the G8 and the World Economic Forum Davos Convention. You know, they don't hide it, and it's weird. I don't see that many other people covering this. It seems to be a bit of a no-go area for some reason. Now, I'll just give you a brief lowdown on the Lucis Trust, but you should check out the other videos I just mentioned to get a better understanding. So the Lucis Trust was set up by the Freemason Alice Bailey for her writings in 1922. It was originally called Lucifer Publishing Company, after Lucifer, the fallen angel, usually associated with Satan, the devil. They changed the name to Lucis after getting backlash from the public. They say it means Lucifer, the light bringer, and it's all about bringing light to the world, and was inspired by Helena Blavatsky. Now, the Lucifer Trust has consultative status with the Economic and Social Council of the United Nations, and World Goodwill, the name of their groups that are literally all across the world, is recognized by the Department of Public Information at the United Nations as a non-governmental organization, an NGO. They are the spiritual foundation of the United Nations, the most powerful intergovernmental organization in the world. You know, the United Nations that runs the World Health Organization, that have been jabbing billions of people with their pharmakeia devil juice and are attempting to tell you what you can and cannot do. Their spiritual foundation is the Lucis Trust. Lucifer, Luciferianism, no different to the Freemasons and other secret societies. They don't even hide it. This is what these people believe in. The people who are ordering governments and you to maintain sustainability goals, to get digital IDs, to have your carbon footprint measured, who are working with companies to block out the rays from the sun, to make you eat artificial food, to create a cashless society. Yeah, you know the score. Their religion is Luciferianism. And it's weird. I mean, if you actually look into it, they believe that very soon the age of Aquarius will be coming in, or if not, it's already started. And they say the Lord of the seventh ray will appear. They believe he's an ascended master, okay? Sometimes they call him Christ, but they don't mean Jesus Christ. They mean something else. They think he is going to appear in 2025. The Lord of the seventh ray. They call him Saint Germain, and they believe he has been reincarnated many times in the past. He was a Roman emperor, Merlin the magician, Plato, Christopher Columbus, and Francis Bacon, to name a few. That's what they believe. They believe he's going to come back and give off a burning energy and change everything into a new energy of Aquarius or something like that. To me, it sounds a bit like the Antichrist. And yeah, here we see the president. This is the president of the Lucifer Trust, here giving a message out. It's called Preparing the Way for the New Civilization. It says a talk given via Zoom during the online Arcane School Conference, Geneva, June the 4th, 2022, by Christine Morgan, president of the Lucis Trust. Now remember, these people are the spiritual foundation of the United Nations. They maintain and are in charge of the UN building's meditation room in New York. General Assembly Building. It's the room with the big black cube of Saturn in it, yeah? Satan. Dedicated to the god who goes by many names. And I wonder who that could be. Ah, yeah, it could be Lucifer, isn't it? The Baphomet, Satan, the morning star. I reckon that be it. Now, you can check out this video message if you want. I just wanted to take a few snippets and talk about it. So this is Christina Morgan, the president of the Lucis Trust. I did try to look up some stuff, information about her, but I couldn't find anything. There was nothing online. I did find a video interview, which I have a clip of later on. And in that interview, she said she comes from South Africa and her mother gave her Alice Bailey books went to read when she was 21. And then her mother took her to the Arcane School shortly afterwards on a regular basis. And then later on, she became the director of that arcane secret school in South Africa, which led on to her becoming the president of the Lucis Trust. So it looks like it's been handed down to her, or at least it looks as if being a Luciferian is in the family. Okay, so that's a bit of background. And here she is from June talking about how the world is going to change in the near future and what they should be doing and what to expect. Also, bear in mind that in these clips, these people talk in a very vague manner, overcomplicating things, trying to disguise what they really mean. Here's the first clip.
And this is why in this present period of transition, the Lord of the Seventh Ray is taking over the control of affairs and the ordered working out of the plan, so as eventually to restore stability to the planet and give the incoming Aquarian influences a stable and extended field in which to work.
Okay, so they're saying the Lord of the Seventh Ray is coming. That'll be their Christ, Lucifer, Antichrist, Saint Germain, reincarnated person, ascended master. And this is going to make the age of Aquarius come alive, yeah? These are the people consulting with the United Nations. Okay, next clip.
The Seventh Ray works powerfully through Uranus. And visualizing this planet's influence, we can help to consolidate the new world order on the physical plane. Indeed, we're given a symbol to meditate upon in esoteric astrology for just this purpose.
So there you go, consolidate the new world order, she says. Always got to mention the new world order. And this is going to happen once the Lord of the Seventh Ray passes through Uranus Sounds painful. So here we have the president of the Lucifer Trust talking about consolidating a new world order, and she is asking for her groups to meditate, to magnetize the world to make all of this happen in a more streamlined way. Okay, now in this next bit, listen to how she talks about the minds of the public, the brains of the people in the West, and how their minds maybe are overdeveloped and are maybe thinking too much, and how this impedes their ability for them to use white magic. Check this out.
So the challenge today is that humanity has a powerful desire body, which makes many demands, and at the same time, and perhaps especially in the West, the concrete mind has developed to such an extent that it can preclude the higher, more intuitional type of consciousness. The mind increases the pace of progress, but if overdeveloped and vibrating too intensely, it becomes insular, a world into itself. The overactive mind is a barrier to attaining free access to those levels where higher group associations are formed. And in order to create higher group associations based on the white magic of right relations, a certain magnetization of the surrounding ethers is very beneficial, as pathways of communication are more easily forged in a magnetic environment.
Okay, so are you following this? She's saying that overdeveloped minds are not helpful for white magic relations, and they want to magnetize the surrounding ether. What, through the Ethernet cables, eh? Because pathways of communication are forged in a magnetic environment. She uses the word magic and white magic a lot, doesn't she? Okay, next clip.
The relatively small success achieved by Western students of white magic to date, we're told, is mainly due to the non-magnetic condition of the environing ether. In certain parts of India, the ethers have been kept in a relatively serene condition and constantly magnetized by the presence of the masters. Magical work has been somewhat easier of attainment. So the frenetic pace of modern life in the West, plus the separative forces of the concrete mind, constantly disperse the build-up of magnetic conditions. And it's said that at the moment it would require too much force to make the Western environment a suitable place for white magic.
She says they are looking to make the West a suitable place for white magic. And I know right now there'll be comments saying, you know, there's nothing wrong with white magic, black magic, grey magic. It's all magic, okay? If you're indulging in magic, black, white or grey, you're cheating, yeah? You're trying to get advantage over others who are not indulging in secret society witchcraft, yeah? Who does white magic? Who does black magic? Who performs this? Witches. This is witchcraft. And this, like I was saying, this is the spiritual foundation of the United Nations. All of them are witches, yeah?
Makes it difficult to magnetize it in a meaningful and lasting way. And hence part of the work of meditation groups is to do just this. And the 3 Arcane School conferences we hold in the 3 of the 5 planetary centers each year is part of this work of preparing the field of magic for the immediate future and for those who follow us in incarnation.
Preparing the field of magic. I don't know if you saw my video about NVIDIA, the graphics card company, and how they are working at improving the metaverse, the counterfeit world they are trying to create out of envy due to the world being created by God. And the devil counterfeits what God does. And I talked about demons running the apps and software on your phone and your computers. downloaded onto your devil vices, your devices, and installed by installation wizards through the ether, through Ethernet cables, okay? For you all to stare into your Black Mirror devices, okay? And these people at the Lucis Trust, they love talking about technology and magic as being one, as being helping one another. The Lucis Trust. Here's an article from 2014. It's their biannual letter, September 2014. It says, working out beneath the surface of the information and communications revolution is an arcane process with tremendous implications for humanity's future. In the digital circuits on which the internet, computers, and cellular phones all rely, electricity is made to run through the circuitry pattern on a silicon chip, performing an ordered, repetitive dance, the rudiments of ceremony and ritual. They're talking about the internet, how it is an arcane process, a ceremonial and ritual process when traveling through circuits on the internet. And here's another clip of this practicing witch, who is the president of the Lucifer Trust, okay? In an interview with a Jewish guy who asks about the use of Christ in the Great Invocation. Now, the Great Invocation is like their prayer or spell. Now, I didn't know this, but they claim that the Great Invocation was handed down to them at the Lucis Trust, handed down to Alice Bailey by an ascended master from the cosmos or something in April 1945, just weeks before the United Nations Charter was signed. It says here on the Lucis Trust website on the article, United Nations Manifesting. There's another word for you. Manifesting, a word you hear a lot in witchcraft and New Age. It says here, United Nations manifesting the vision of one humanity. It shows in the article how the Lucifer Trust and the United Nations are so linked. It says the conference, which finally created the UN Charter, took place in San Francisco over the period beginning just before Wasak 1945, with the UN Charter being adopted on the day of the full moon of Cancer, 25th of June 1945. It is interesting to contemplate that this conference happened in a city named after a prior incarnation of Master Kutumi. Master Kutumi being one of their ascended masters. So yeah, okay, check out this clip. She is interviewed by this guy who asks, why do you use Christ, the word Christ, in your Great Invocation?
I'd love to sort of start there because, you know, and I don't know off the top of my head, but within the invocation that you mentioned, God is mentioned 3 times, so mind, heart, and will. And then, as you were saying, Christ is mentioned. And then there's sort of a footnote that you can substitute the Imam, you can substitute Bodhisattva from Buddhism and so forth.
Yes.
A lot of our religions have somebody to come back. Talk about the invocation, if you will. It's sort of, all right, here I am, Jewish guy, people listening and so forth. I find sort of the meditations very soothing. Talk about, you know, how I, from my religion or others, use the invocation, how it's used amongst your sort of population there, the group. And
I can understand from your point of view, you know, being Jewish, you know, to suddenly see the Christ there. But of course, you know, he's not the Christ for Christians.
Sure.
We often call him a world teacher. And if he does reappear, he will come as a world teacher, and is very unlikely to be in terms of religion as such. But of course, you know, he's not the Christ for Christians.
Sure.
So it's a very powerful energy, that will energy. And it's that will that the Christ is going to bring when he reappears. And it will burn away. It's a sort of fiery will to good. It's not a sort of gentle, soft spirituality in that sense. He's going to burn away those barriers that exist between people. And we do have an adapted invocation where we don't mention Christ. It's the same, except we call, instead of saying the race of men, we say the human, we use the word human. And Christ we've called the coming one.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, she says it's not the Christian's Christ. It's not that one. Oh, no. Well, what Christ is it then? What other Christs are there? Well, there's Jesus Christ. Yeah. Who else? The only one I can think of is the Antichrist. So is that what it is? Lucifer, Antichrist, Lucis Trust, Lucifer Publishing. And then she says, oh, and well, sometimes, we swap the word Christ out and we swap it with the coming one. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, I've heard enough. But, it's all love and light, yeah? There's nothing sinister going on here at all. So let's just recap. We have the Lucis Trust, who are Luciferians, who are into witchcraft and worship Lucifer, the fallen angel. It's all inverted. They think Lucifer is the good guy and Jesus is the bad guy, okay? When they talk about good and evil, they're talking about it in the reverse way that you would be thinking what is good and what is evil. They work hand in hand with the United Nations and the World Health Organization. The World Health Organization are the United Nations, yeah? And they have jabbed billions of people numerous times over the last year with experimental injections, pharmacy or pharmakia, which means sorcery. Sorcery is the use of magic. Magic is performed by witches. It's witchcraft. Is this getting through to you yet? I hope so. I hope so. Look, if you read the Bible, if you believe in God and Jesus, then it's a well-known thing in those circles that in the Bible, all demons bow down to Jesus. All witchcraft will be returned to sender. It says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me. Okay, that's the story in the Bible. Many instances where demons run from Jesus. Numerous stories of demons submitting to Jesus. For example, we have Mark 3:11, and the unclean spirits, demons, whenever they saw him, fell down before him and cried out, saying, you are the Son of God. Okay, so if you're someone who truly has faith in the Bible and believes, then you shouldn't be afraid of witchcraft. These people should hold no fear for you. And I'm asking, is that belief and conviction strong enough to see people through? And also, if you're thinking that way, you shouldn't be taken in by the Decepticons and the deceivers, those around us, all around us in the media, because they are also in a certain way casting a spell on you. They are tricksters in the media and in the alternative media. We talk about trauma-based mind control on the masses, the public being hypnotized, being spellbound. Is that another form of witchcraft? Is that a spell being put on people? Is it because they have lost their way? Is this because people have been trained to think in a secular way and therefore don't have conviction, don't have faith? I mean, all that has happened over the last while, it's got me looking at the Bible. I had no interest before, but now it seems to be, I feel it's pivotal in what's happening, because obviously these control freaks, these Luciferians, they believe in it, that's for sure. And all that is happening is not just, it can't just be down to greed. It can't just be down to money. It can't just be about power either. It's got to be more than that. Everything that's happening must have been planned for decades, maybe hundreds of years. There has to be some form of very strong conviction behind what they are trying to do. And you have to ask, is this why our media is so saturated with rubbish? Look at Netflix, look at all the shows, look at Amazon Prime and all of the horror and the devils and the serial killers and all of the crap. Is this why we see so little talk of Jesus and the Bible in the mainstream media? Because you know what? Maybe it's a source of strength at times like these. and they don't want you strong. They want you weak. They don't want you to have a backbone to stand up to them. They want you to have a backbone made of jelly so you can curl up and hide in the corner. Okay, look, I'm just thinking this is what's going on in my head, okay? Look, let us know what you think in the comments. Feel free to download this video and share wherever you want. This is going to be exclusive on the Hugo Talks website. That's what I'm planning. I'm not going to upload it anywhere else. So come and subscribe to hugotalks.com so I can notify you when I upload videos, and so I don't have to rely on third-party platforms to get the word out.
All right, guys. So go check out Hugo Talks on the Odyssey website, odyssey.com. All right, guys. Well, that's it for tonight. Mystic is tired. I'm feeling slightly microwaved. I have been off and on for the last couple hours, and then it goes off. Plus, she's going crazy. So, all right, guys. I'm gonna play my intro for my outro, just because. Little music, 49 seconds. Thank you so much, Fang, for modding tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight and being the change that we want to be. So thank you guys. It was a powerful show. So much love and light, sweet dreams. Go raise your vibes tomorrow, and we'll talk soon. Okay. All right, guys. Much love, sweet dreams.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life.